We'll call the meeting to order. Thank you all. It's been a few meetings since I've been here, so I might forget how to run these meetings. Dave's done such a great job of filling in.
You're fired.
With that, first order of business is approval of the meetings from the last board meeting on August 18th. I assume everybody's had a chance to review those. Any questions, changes, comments?
Move to approve.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
Motion seconded. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Very good. Minutes are approved. Resolution number 30492.
Yes, Commissioners, this is a consideration for the approval of our 5-year capital improvements program, attachment B, and you have a document from Travis that outlines that, and the staff person that's put all this together is Richard Allen. And we had this at a pre-board 2 weeks ago in a little prior discussion, and we recommend approval, and if you have any questions, Richard and/or Travis can answer those.
Any questions with Richard or Travis on the capital improvements program plan? Okay, hearing none, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion seconded. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Very good. Resolution passes. Resolution number 30493.
Yes, Commissioner, this is consideration of a resolution for us to move forward or direct the director to pursue the acquisition of the former McCoy school site.
Yes.
You have a memo in your packet from Travis that outlines that, and address and location of the site, and also a resolution. Basically get the wheels in motion, you might say, to make this happen, and we do support it. If you have questions, Travis is here, and also we have guests with us. I'll let them, maybe Travis, you want to come to the podium and give a little background and introduce our guests.
Commissioners, good afternoon. Travis Kiefer.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And we have Shannon Jacks with the Kansas City Public School District here today. And Shannon, we've been working on this 3 years? Maybe 2.5. Okay. And so I think the resolution that you see before you is exactly what it says. It's a authorization for the director to pursue this. There's still some documents and so forth that we need in order before we would finalize the deal on that, but it definitely shows our intent to move forward and to seal this deal, and I'll let Shannon add it from a school perspective.
All right.
Good afternoon.
afternoon.
Thank you. It's nice to be here again. Just a few points. When the neighborhood asked us to take the McCoy School down in 2013 because of issues with vandalism, we went through a conceptual planning process to talk about how could the site further support the neighborhood. And we kind of landed on park space and worked with some pro bono planners from, now I'm forgetting the name of the firm because they've combined with Helix now to work with the neighborhood. And they have been really engaging folks who never previously had been involved in neighborhood activities, youth and families. And so we're really excited that park staff is also supportive of this, and just really excited to get this before you today.
Okay, great.
So what's it, Shannon, sorry. What's the timing of the phase 1? They're gonna do the sampling, is at the end?
I would defer to Travis.
I stumped
But it
you.
didn't have any provision. No.
As you're reading in the report, a phase 1 has been done, but additional information is required on that. So, as far as getting that additional information, I don't think there's a specific time frame on that as far as getting that done, but it's usually a matter of,
But it's just a matter of going out and doing actual sampling?
Yes.
They didn't, okay, in the ground. All right.
That would need to be done prior to transfer of ownership.
Yes. Perfect, thank you.
Thank you. Any other
testimony?
Sherry Dell, would you like to say anything?
Sherry, go ahead, yeah, please.
I hadn't really planned to, but I just want to say that I'm so excited about this, and our community is excited. Over the past couple of years, we've had several of the most of the community around there is Hispanic, immigrant Hispanic, and lots and lots of kids. And those kids and those families have gone to school board meetings and PIAC meetings, and it's just been great. And we have made some wonderful friends over there, and we formed a little group we call McCoy Friends y Amigos, and we plan to continue working with that group. And it's just been really good for our neighborhood, this whole process. It does seem like it's taken a long time, but, it also takes time to build friendships and make something good happen. So we've been able to do that. So thank you all, and thank you, Shannon, for everything.
Sherry, would you do me a favor, because I don't know if everybody here knows who you are, just if you don't mind saying your name.
Oh, I'm
Yeah, no.
sorry. Most people in here know who I am.
Yeah.
My name is Sherry Ashcroft, and I
Yeah.
work for HDR Engineering, just happened to. I've lived in the neighborhood over near McCoy for about 30 years, and been involved in neighborhood work.
Yeah.
Thank
Great.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Really
you very
appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for your.
All right, are there any other questions or comments?
Just having taken a look at this place, it's flat, it's grass.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's, not a lot of additional work, and it's something that we could probably turn. Looks like an ideal plan.
Yeah,
It
it is a
Great plan.
good.
It is, and it's surrounded by houses.
Yeah,
I mean, it
residential.
is basically a great park right in the middle of the neighborhood. So, with that, is there a motion to accept the resolution?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion seconded, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, very good, resolution passes. Thank you so much, and thank you all for your hard work.
Ooh, thank you.
Resolution number 30494.
Yes, Commissioners, this is consideration and agreement with H.W. Lochner Engineering Firm for professional services associated with construction administration for the project intersection at Benton Boulevard and Independence. You have a memo in your packet from Travis that outlines the details. Also, the DBE goals established by Missouri Department of Transportation and the head Federal Highway Administration. Would recommend approval. If you have any questions beyond that, Travis is here to answer those.
Okay. Any questions, Travis?
This proposed timeframe for completion at December 30th of 2016, is that still the case right now, or is there likelihood of it being completed beforehand?
Yes, the reason that goes out there for it, this is an agreement that, because this is an LPA project with federal funds administered through MoDOT, they require you to have a construction administration contract in place before starting construction and before allowing funds to move forward on the project. So with this in hand, we can continue down the path to get the construction plans approved and move forward. That's why you see that December 30, 2016 date on there. Hopefully, it's going to get done before that, but, I mean, that's why this goes out so far.
Thanks for the explanation.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion seconded, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Resolution passes. We are going to hold on to resolution number 30495, hold that for the next meeting, or future meeting. On to resolution number 30496.
Yes, Commissioners, this is an amendment to the American Lawn and Landscape for ash tree replacement planting. So ashes go away, we come back with a different tree. As specified in the memo from Forest, we use about 16 different species that are acceptable replacements. And also this would indicate, along with an expenditure of $280,000 to plant approximately 560 trees throughout the city over the next year plus. Recommend approval. If you have any questions, again, Forrest Decker is here to answer those.
All right, any questions?
What kind of trees are you planting? I'm just curious what you're sticking up.
It's a variety. There's, I think we have 16 different trees on our mixture, and we try not to plant like the same tree everywhere, but a mixture of maples, oaks, lindens, things like that. It all kind of just depends on the planting space that's available there too. We don't plant an oak in a spot this wide, try not to. So.
Are we trying to stick with indigenous trees? Because we've run into problems bringing,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And trees that have, and non-indigenous trees that have done well here over the past 20, 30 years, so.
So you're not planting any American elms?
No, we're not planting any American elms.
So I'd like to.
We've experimented with a few different elm species over the
Yeah,
past
hybrids,
few
yeah.
years, and they've kind of mixed results on them, so haven't really found a great one.
Okay, thank you. I was just curious.
Any other questions? All right, is there a motion?
so moved.
Second?
Motion seconded, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Very good.
Thank you.
Resolution passes. Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Director's reports.
Yes, Commissioners, first thing is a short memo from myself, and then attached to that is a letter from Bridget Turpin, who's the Executive Director of First Tee of Kansas City. regarding consideration of adding Tom Watson's name to our Heart of America Golf Course. In essence, it's currently called the Heart of America Golf Academy. It would be in the future, if this were to move forward, and no action today, of course, would be Heart of America Golf Course, and then added to that would be the Tom Watson Golf Academy. And so you have the memo from Bridget, and I'm going to bring this to you today, and the plan would then be to come back at a future board meeting with a resolution on this.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Next item is major construction. Travis?
Commissioners, you have in front of you a copy of the citywide playground improvements update. We gave an update about 3 meetings ago, about four of the 8 locations that are on here. This update's most recent about Roanoke Park, and you can see the improvements over at Roanoke Park. This is the connection that starts down near East Roanoke Drive and Valentine Road, and extends up to the northeast to the existing street crossing there right in front of the community center. And we're still looking at a completion date on all of these projects at the end of September. So,
Okay.
thank you.
Looks great.
All of this looks really good.
Okay, if nothing else on major construction, Heidi's going to talk to us about marketing.
Can I just say something really quick, because we're talking about marketing and what you just mentioned here? You go down through this list, and it says work is complete, work is complete, work is complete, and that's great. And I know we have every now and then a little bit of ribbon cutting here and there, but, and those things are fantastic. It's just how often do people realize that all this work is complete? I mean, it's kind of hard to keep track of in general. I mean, it's just so much stuff, and I always love, Travis, your list here of all the things we got going on. And,
Yeah, that's amazing.
but I just think from a marketing standpoint, it's like, hey, did you know this year we've opened, or did you know just this in this past month or this quarter, we've opened up this many more, we completed all these projects for you?
Yeah, and I also will post on social media pictures of the projects that
Yeah,
are happening,
yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah,
it's just
to
so much
announce when
stuff.
they're done, that's good. Or we can always do more ribbon cuttings.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not necessarily saying that. I'm simply.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then it's fine, exactly. We love the rainy days, high wind ones. Those are delightful. But it's just it's a good way. I mean, do all these neighborhoods realize, is there a targeted way to let these neighborhoods know that this has all been done? I don't know.
I would think one place is right here.
Yeah.
From time to time, just to go through, maybe with a slideshow at one of our Parks Board meetings dedicated to the progress we've made this year, to put it on the local channel. And hopefully get somebody from the media to come here and report on it when we do that.
Yeah, that's a great idea. So, I mean, you guys know this more than we do, but it's just, I see this, I look at it, I think it's fantastic. I just don't want it to get lost. Okay, now we just talked about it in a board meeting, we don't, then that's it, so,
Okay, I'll keep up on it.
all right.
Well, at the risk of more ribbon cuttings, the one on, and I don't want to, these are all very important, but I do know one of them that has a lot of community engagement in it right now, and I know you know which one I'm talking about. Roanoke.
Roanoke, yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
We ought to do something special for them.
And
That's
if
the
you haven't been
neighborhood.
by there lately.
No,
look at
it's pretty
that.
amazing.
Look at- It's pretty.
No, it is fantastic.
That playground's a little over the top, to say the least. Pretty
It's
amazing.
really nice.
The playground that they're building currently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty, it's kind of like I said, it's.
The big hillside, or
Yeah, it's pretty
hillside
neat,
and
so
stuff.
anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll have an event there.
They'll, if we don't have one, they'll have one on their own.
They definitely will.
The ownership and everything, absolutely. This is,
Okay, well, speaking of events, we had our largest one this couple weekends ago at the Ethnic Enrichment Festival. Actually hired people to do counts of the attendees, and it's our 42,225 people attended. So that is the largest count ever, and it's official because somebody stood there and clicked. So we're excited about that. Now we're going into September, which is one of our busiest months with regards to events. Starting today, you may have noticed that the J.C. Nichols Fountain is dyed gold for the next 3 days, or today through Friday, in honor of Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. So we're getting a lot of hits on social media on that. This weekend, we have the Irish Festival in Washington Square Park. and the Crown Center area. Also, we're doing the Heartland Heat Triathlon up at the Springs. And then there's first Saturdays at Shoal Creek Living History Museum as well. Then next week, we are partnering with the city, and is it the Arts Commission, I guess, to open up the Art in the Square exhibit, which is going to be in Washington Square Park. And these are some cool artworks that are going to be on display through the month of December. So the opening reception is on the 10th, which is, I think, that's a Thursday evening. And then on Friday, we have added the dedication for the new firefighters fountain and memorial panels, and that's going to be Friday, September 11th at 3 o'clock. And we'll, of course, have the fire department out there, and the mayor is going to be attending that, and it's appropriate that that's going to be on September 11th. So then that weekend, we segue right into the dog swimming parties at both the Springs and the Bay. And then also, speaking of Roanoke Park, Dance in the Park is that Saturday evening, which will take place in the soccer field area of Roanoke Park. And then it just goes on from there. And you'll see our July social media and website numbers were huge again, over 60,000 visitors to our website. You'll see the top referral sites and the pages that were visited. Of course, it's always the home page, and Loose Park's always up there. Casey's Big Picnic was in there, of course, because that was the big event in July. And then we added a large number of social media followers on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram in July. Of course, July was National Parks and Recreation Month, so we were doing some heavy promotion on social media, and it paid off.
Twitter is growing, oh my gosh.
I know.
It's really beating Facebook.
Mm-hmm. So, that's all I have.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thanks, Heidi. Great work.
As always. All right. Anything on the public hearing at this time? Anything that was on sign up? Public hearing? No? Okay. No, it's blank. Okay, very good. Do we want to look at the calendar really quick?
Yeah, quickly, the couple items Heidi spoke about, talking about the firefighters panels, a couple other board meetings of other organizations. City of Fountains Foundation Board is meeting tomorrow. That's down at the Irish Heritage Center, I believe, is
Yeah,
that?
Union
right,
Station, yep.
Union Station. Platte County Partners at Zona Rosa on the 10th. That's a change in their, they normally meet on Wednesday, we moved to the 10th because there's a Northland Chamber lunch today, is that?
The combined luncheon.
Yeah, so that moved to the 10th. And Starlight on the morning of the 17th. Of course, NRPA that week also, so no board meeting on the 15th. And then FOTS has a board meeting on the 30th at 4 o'clock. And Anna Marie mentioned earlier the Garment District on the 29th, so that kind of gets us through September. And I think you put in here, Carmen, September.
Starlight Gala.
Huh?
Starlight Gala.
Starlight Gala is on the 26th of September, yes. Yeah, yeah, here, 7 p.m. So if you haven't already, let Carmen know what your plans are for that evening on the 26th of September.
I'd like to make a motion that we hold closed session to discuss real estate matters pursuant to revised statute of Missouri, section 610.021, sub 2.
Second.
All right, this has been seconded. We need to vote individually. Commissioner Dillingham?
Aye.
Mecklenburg?
Aye.
Chavon, aye. Judy?
Aye.
That's one. Everybody good?
That's good.
Well, yeah, all right, good, very good. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go into closed session now. Thank you.